Today, we say goodbye to one of the most iconic voices in American television history, a man whose warm smile, polished presence, and unmistakable voice lit up our screens for over 70 years. Wink Martindale, the legendary game show host, radio DJ, producer, and true pioneer of entertainment, has passed away at the age of 91. For decades, he was the face of joy and excitement in living rooms across the country. From tic-tac-toe to Gambit, his signature charm made him a household name. But Wink Martindale's legacy extends far beyond just the game shows we grew up watching. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life and career of a man who shaped American pop culture and became a beacon of entertainment through generations. Wink Martindale was born Winston Conrad Martindale on December 4, 1933, in Jackson, Tennessee. Long before the spotlight and television cameras, he was just a young boy with a dream and a fascination for voices coming through the radio. At the age of 17, Martindale got his first taste of broadcasting when he landed a job as a disc jockey at WPLI, a local radio station in his hometown. That moment marked the beginning of a career that would stretch across more than 7 decades. Back then, radio was king. And young Wink, with his smooth delivery and undeniable charisma, quickly stood out. Listeners were captivated. He had that rare ability to make you feel like he was talking directly to you, even through the static of a distant AM frequency. One of the earliest, and perhaps most fascinating, chapters of Wink's career came during his time at WHBQ in Memphis. That station would unknowingly become ground zero for a music revolution. It was here that Wink became one of the first people to ever interview a young, unknown singer named Elvis Presley. After hearing Elvis's very first track, Wink was so moved that he actually called Elvis's mother to talk about how impressed he was with her son's talent. That call led to one of the earliest televised interviews with Presley, an opportunity that helped launch Elvis's career into the stratosphere. Martindale and Presley became close friends, maintaining a relationship until Elvis's untimely death in 1977. That connection to the king of rock and roll wasn't just a trivia fact. It was a sign of how Wink had a knack for recognizing greatness, even in its infancy. By the early 1960s, Wink Martindale transitioned from radio to television, a medium that was still growing but would soon dominate the world of entertainment. And once he made that leap, there was no turning back. He started with shows like What's This Song? But it wasn't long before he truly became a household name. Martindale's big breakout came with Gambit, a game show based loosely on blackjack. His confident hosting style, quick wit, and ability to connect with contestants made him an instant fan favorite. Then came Tic-Tac-Toe. This is the show most people immediately associate with Wink Martindale. Airing through the late 70s and early 80s, the show featured a giant digital tic-tac-toe board and trivia questions. But the real magic was Wink himself. He had a way of turning even the most ordinary contestant into a star, of making you feel like you were part of the game. Martindale would go on to host other popular shows, such as High Rollers, Headline Chasers, Debt, The Last Word, and Trivial Pursuit. His voice, often imitated but never duplicated, became synonymous with excitement, anticipation, and fun. Although primarily known for his hosting, Wink Martindale was a man of many talents. In 1959, he surprised the world by releasing a spoken-word single titled Deck of Cards. The track told a poignant story of a soldier using a deck of cards as a spiritual guide during wartime. The single was a massive hit, climbing to No. 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 and selling over 1 million copies. It wasn't just a fluke. This was Wink showing the world that his gift for storytelling could transcend formats. He wasn't just reading a script. He was performing, captivating listeners with every word. Not content with simply being in front of the camera, Martindale took on the role of producer as well. He founded his own production company, Wink Martindale Enterprises, through which he created and developed several shows. He also worked on reviving and reimagining older game show formats. His passion for the genre wasn't just about hosting. It was about innovation, reinvention, and bringing joy to millions. Martindale was a firm believer in the power of family-friendly entertainment. In an age where television was evolving rapidly, he stayed true to his roots, consistently producing content that was fun, uplifting, and suitable for viewers of all ages. While his career was undeniably legendary, Wink Martindale's personal life was equally inspiring. A devout Christian, he often spoke openly about his faith and credited it as a guiding force throughout his life. In 1975, he married the love of his life, Sandra Ferra. The two remained inseparable for nearly 5 decades, a rarity in the fast-paced world of show business. Wink often credited Sandra with being his rock, his partner in every sense of the word. He was also a philanthropist, deeply involved in charitable work. From telethons to benefit concerts, Martindale lent his voice and platform to causes he believed in, especially those benefiting children, veterans, and medical research. Even in his later years, Wink Martindale remained a beloved figure. He kept in touch with fans via social media, often sharing old clips, personal stories, and reflections on his long career. He loved reminiscing about the golden era of television and remained endlessly grateful to his fans. Sadly, in the final year of his life, Wink was diagnosed with lymphoma. He passed away peacefully at Eisenhower Health in Rancho Mirage, California, surrounded by his wife Sandra and their family. He was 91 years old. Wink Martindale wasn't just a game show host. He was a storyteller, a pioneer, a friend, a husband, a man who brought light into people's homes day after day, year after year. His charm, his class, his smile, they defined an era of television that will never be forgotten. Generations grew up watching him, laughing with him, cheering for contestants right alongside him. He showed us that games could be fun, that families could come together over a television screen, and that kindness and professionalism could take you far. As we remember Wink Martindale today, we're not just mourning a loss. We're celebrating a legacy of joy, laughter, and connection. Thanks for the memories, Wink. The world was a little brighter with you in it. And though the final curtain has closed, the show, your show, will go on in our hearts forever.